is work. But apart from that, when it is finally built, it is going to give us energy that helps to support business. So this is a radical departure from what you used to have before. But it is left for you to decide whether you want to see it happen or not. At the moment, 129 companies, logistics, insurance, banking, security, have already submitted applications to us. It has started producing its first job. We awarded the survey contract to fully demarcate so that we start enumerating for compensation the land area. 9 surveying firms have already been awarded contracts even before the project construction starts. So this is how an economy is ordered, because you have to import some things, you have to transport things, you have to secure them, you have to pay people. So all of the banks can already smell the money. They've inundated my office with letters. The insurance companies know that goods in transit have risk. So let me deal with 2 other matters and then about jobs. The president has issued an executive order called Executive Order Number 5. What Executive Order Number 5 seeks to achieve essentially is made in Nigeria. That anytime our economy produces opportunities, we must ensure that if Nigerians are able to do that job, we give the preference to them. And it does not matter whether the loan is coming from China or from India or from Kara and Muda. The truth is that a loan is a contract to borrow money, which we will pay back. It's not a contract to sign away our sovereignty. And therefore, Nigeria first. We've signed that. So those who are telling you we're going to give you jobs, did they do that? So choose. Now, but what is important is that that's not the end of the matter. That order by itself does not do anything. It challenges all of us to do something. It set up a council. I am a member of that council. Ogbonaya Onu, the Honorable Minister for Science and Tech, is the chairman of that council. And some of these quick things we decided to do first is that in my own department, I have said that we are going to audit all our construction sites. And on all our construction sites, we started audit, and we want to find out how many ECOWAS citizens, you know there's free movement in West Africa. How many ECOWAS citizens are working there? If you are an ECOWAS citizen, you don't need a visa, but you need a work permit. You heard that Ghana supposedly deported some of our people. It is a right that every country has if you violate their immigration law. But it is a right we have never exercised. We are going to exercise it now. You know what? There's nothing to applaud. It's just the law. Every foreigner who has legitimate papers to come to Nigeria is welcome. If you want to work in Nigeria, the same regulations that apply in your country, that you must get a work permit here, go and get a work permit. If you don't get one, you are on my side, I will take you out, and I will not pay you. That is already happening. I refused to pay approved payment for one consultant about 2 months ago, because I said I wanted to see his work permit and to make sure it was valid for the period the work was done. Otherwise, I will not pay. And thankfully, he produced. So these are the policies about jobs and employment that are in place by the Buhari government. Now, let me speak to the last one, which is maintenance. We have talked about infrastructure, right? But no country builds forever. In the built industry, maintenance employs, let's start with what maintenance doesn't employ. Design. And those who are in the built industry here, the engineers, the architects, and all of them, are they in the house? Good. Design employs just about 6% of the total capacity of the built industry. Note that 6. Construction employs about 15%. That takes us to 21. Governance employs about 2%. That takes us to 23. The remaining 70-something% is maintenance and operation. So this morning, when we came here, the air conditioning wasn't working. Right? But I knew it would work. You know why? We set up the maintenance of this building when I was governor. I knew it would work, so I had no panic. We set up an office of facility management here, and we have proposed the same to the Federal Executive Council. I think about a month or 2 ago, it was finally approved. It was 2 years' work. And we went to assess prisons, federal secondary schools, federal hospitals, federal court buildings, my own ministry. And there were 9 buildings that we took as sample. And we saw that maintaining 9 buildings alone, those 9 buildings, employed almost 400 people. And we thought, if we did this nationwide, what will happen? So if we just look at some of the unity schools, there are 104 of them. One employs about 30-something people. And we got approval to start. Now, you know why that is important? Everywhere that we go, many of us, whether it's a public building, whether it's a hospital, whether it's City Hall, whether it's this, we will see a broken door. Not so? Whose job is it to repair a door? We will see leaking pipes. Don't we see them? You will see showers that don't work in hotels. Don't you see them? How can those opportunities exist and we have artisans, plumbers, welders, electricians, and they are unemployed? Is there not something wrong? Something was wrong. We once thought, or we once argued, that maintenance was a culture. It's not a culture, it's an economy. And a government that has its head in the right place, like we do, have provided approval for a national infrastructure maintenance framework and policy that will be implemented. We're starting with public buildings. Mind you, currently as I speak, our consultant is working on 180-something transmission substations to design a maintenance framework for them and safety. We are also undertaking the same with roads, and it will happen to rail. So those who are looking for big men, Godfather, we will advertise these jobs. You don't need to know anybody. If you want to use your hands to work, we are positioning for you. You see, all of this, and I like that statement about university degree. Your degree doesn't entitle you to a work. It prepares you for work. It's not an entitlement to a job. And all of our panelists have said our economy is shifting. So those days where you graduate, they come and put you sub-accountant, you'll be moving ledger. It's move. We need to build. We need to farm. So those who are willing to get their hands dirty, you see Chinese here. What work do they largely do? Hello? If you are not ready to get your hands dirty, go and keep your degree at home. That's the direction in which our country is heading. And we potentially can be the biggest food exporter on this continent. And we are already exporting food. But the story is lost on some of us who don't leave Lagos.